Hey everybody, this is Anthony's Horror More, and today we're gonna do a discussion review type video on the movie Tenebrae. Dario Argento's Tenebrae. Got the nice Synapse box set here. Very nice. Got that. All the crazy special features on there. This thing's like fully loaded, man. You got the Blu-ray, you got the 4K, you got the Unsane edition, which is also in 4K. Just stacked. And you got the reversible cover art, which is just this image again right there. But I went ahead and reversed it to the original. Yeah, this was my first time watching an Italian horror movie, believe it or not. I know I love horror, but, I just haven't dipped my toes into the, Italian horror, like the giallos like this and, stuff like that. So I wanted to make my first one a good one. Everybody recommends Tenebrae. So I figured I'd give this one a shot, see how I liked it. But I bought a few. I have Tenebrae, I have Deep Red, and I have Zombie. So those are going to be the ones that I watched this one. Next I'll watch Zombie or Deep Red, and if I continue to like them, I'll keep going. But this movie was fantastic. It really was. The hype was real, and it lived up to the hype. I mean, because at the end of the day, guys, I'm not going to spoil this movie because it's basically just like, it's just a slasher mystery movie. I mean, that's what it is. The kills are fantastic. It's really got a great score. Goblin does the score to this. I guess they came back because I guess they were done or whatever, or broken up or something, but they actually came back, the members, to do like the score for this. Really fantastic. As soon as this movie started, that Goblin score kicked in, and it was like it gave me like so much energy. It was like, oh man, like right off the rip, I'm like, I'm gonna like this movie. I can tell just from the score alone. I was like already like invested. The 4K looks fantastic. It looks really good. I mean, this looks like it was shot yesterday. Like, that's how good it looks. I watched the English version. There's an Italian and English version. I was told there's not much of a difference or whatever, so I just watched the English. It's like, because there's people that speak English in the movie, and then there's people that are speaking like Italian, so that I guess they're dubbing over it. Even though I think it's funny because it's if you read their lips, they're mouthing the words in English, but it still looks like they're being dubbed over. You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird, but I'm like, okay, whatever. It doesn't take you out. You kind of get used to it after a while. But yeah, if you like movies like Scream and stuff like that, like this is like the perfect one to try out if you're going to get into Italian horror, because it's basically just that. You know what I mean? It's not like... well, yeah, I guess it does. It is like a mixture of younger and older people or whatever. Like Scream's like a young cast for the most part. This is a little bit more like, middle-aged, whatever type cast. But there's young people in it too. It's like a pretty good mix. But it's really well done. I mean, it's such a simple premise too. It's just about a writer, this guy who writes books or whatever. He writes this book, Tenebrae, and he goes to Rome, and he's there, to have like, people are like talking about his book, discussing his book. He's getting it out there, he's just getting good word of mouth. It's like a press junket type thing. People are going over it and they're asking him questions and doing interviews and just all that kind of stuff, just promoting the book basically. And there's this killer going around, just for the most part, like just killing like women, and he's like, he uses this, what's it called? A straight razor, like they used back in the olden days to like shave people and stuff like that. A straight razor, and just like slitting throats. And it's pretty brutal. There's some good kills in here. Yeah, there's some pretty damn good kills. I guess this was actually on the Video Nasties list for over in the UK back when they had that. Like there was like a good amount of this movie like just chopped right on out, because it gets really gory and stuff and brutal towards the end, especially. So I guess, in order to go over to UK back in the day, they had to like edit out a ton of stuff. Now, it's fine, but back then it was like an even bigger deal. Like the UK's version of the MPAA, really, toward a new one. So, but to be fair, our MPAA back in like the 80s and stuff was ripping our movies apart too. So it happens, it happens everywhere. But yeah, so it's really, it's just about this killer going around, and he's killing women, and every time he kills a woman, he sends a note to this author, and he's basically just, he's just taunting this writer, basically. And that goes on for a while. I'm not going to say whether, who the killer is, or whether it's a guy or girl. If I say guy, it's just because, I usually call everybody a guy, even if it's a female. Like, so, yeah, it could be anyone or multiple people, so yeah, it was good. It's really a simple premise. I mean, that's all it is. It's just your typical slasher mystery movie, and you're just trying to figure out who the killer or killers or whatever is, or are. So, it's the ending definitely takes like a crazy turn, because, I'm watching the movie, and it's like an hour and 42 minutes, I think, is the runtime. And I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good or whatever. But I'm like, I wonder why this made the video nasties list over in the UK, because the first few kills aren't that bad. Like, they're, it's like slash throw, whatever, there's some blood, but it's not like crazy gory, you know what I mean? It's like, okay. But then it gets to that third act, and it is, I guess this is a mild spoiler. I'm not going to say what happens or who the characters are or anything like that. I'm just saying, but the third act is like a bloodbath. It is absolutely crazy at the end of this movie. Like I said, I'm not giving anything away. I'm just saying it gets really nuts towards the end. And then I'm like, oh, now I see why this, got on the video nasties list. I can see why this was like, because that would have been trimmed down here in the States too. There's no way that would have been allowed either. The MPAA would have ripped that to shreds too. But it was just so good. And a lot of really smoking hot Italian women in this movie too, and just women in general. But damn, I was like, holy crap, man! And apparently, Dario Argento doesn't believe in like bras or something for this, because every woman in this movie isn't wearing a bra. None of them. Maybe that's how they do it over in Rome, but none of the ladies are wearing bras in this movie, and I'm not complaining, but I just thought it was funny, because it's like literally you can see through like a lot of their shirts or dresses or whatever they got on. Like, none of them have bras on. This one chick in the movie, literally her titty just slips out of her dress or whatever, so she's wearing a dress and her titty's just like hanging out. It was kind of cracking me up. But it's kind of got that like, it's like, I don't know if all like giallos, or Italian horror in general or whatever have that type of feel, but it kind of has like this, like, almost like kind of like a surreal feeling to it. Almost like it's a little bit of a, because so like the music, because it gets so like kind of upbeat and energetic or whatever, that it's different. It's so much different than the US. The US plays that very like doom and gloom music right before somebody's about to die, that very like sinister, slow build. This is like, the music in this movie is like kind of poppy almost. It's so different, it might take you out. It's almost like a little surreal, you know what I mean? It's like it's just different. I mean, it is, but it's not bad different. It's good. I liked it. I definitely look forward to watching like Deep Red next and stuff, and seeing what that one's like. But yeah, the scan of this looked fantastic. The acting was good. The actors, I had to pull up the list because I wasn't too familiar with any of these actors, but they were all great. Anthony Franciosa as Peter Neal. That's your lead character. He's the writer. Then you have the lead detective, which is Giuliano Gemma. And then this is a name people will know in the horror community, John Saxon. Believe it or not, John Saxon's in this from A Nightmare on Elm Street. So that's pretty cool, you know. Um, and then you have Daria Nicolodi as Anne. She's kind of like the writer's, like a, you know, like his like assistant, you know, basically, you know, she helps him with everything in there. So she's like, you know, she was good. They were all good. All the actors were good. Um, Yeah, and then there's a ton of you know random other people, right? You know, a lot of people that just get kind of picked off here and there or whatever, just to like up the body count and stuff. But um, the lead cast and everybody that you're actually following is all great, you know. Um, and it was just like I said, a very just fun, energetic movie. Like it really keeps you just invested in it because it's you know everybody loves a good mystery. You know what I mean? And you know, this is I'll tell you, you know, when I bought this, this was only like it was like less than $30 on Amazon. I don't know how much it is now. It's probably gone up. But this is a beautiful Synapse release. This company right here, they did a fantastic job on this. I mean, they really went all out. You know, and you get this I was reading up on it, but this Unsane edition here, this 4K right here, this Unsane, I guess that's like the American cuts that they trimmed down to an hour and a half. So it went from like an hour and 42 minutes to like an hour and a half. And they just like trimmed it down or whatever. I didn't watch that because I'm like, well, I want to see what the director had. Like, I want to see his vision. I don't want to see like some trimmed down weird hour and a half version. They probably got rid of a shitload of gore and stuff like that too. I can only imagine what the trimmed down version of this movie is, especially that much. Like you went from an hour and 42 minutes to an hour and a half. You know what I mean? I'm like, Jesus, what did you guys cut out? I mean, I guess they could have cut out like maybe one or two of the kills that just were like in there. I don't know. I can't imagine what they cut out. That's a lot of time. But yeah, and then it comes with, get this nice booklet. Very cool. And you get this, which, you know, shows you all their like upcoming releases and stuff like that. They usually give you, I think they give you one of these basically with every release, but it's nice because it gives you like a catalog, you know, so you can see what else they have, what else they have coming. And then you get the lobby cards, or not the, or yeah, are they lobby cards or are they yeah, I think they're lobby cards, or are they postcards? I think they're lobby cards. Yeah, lobby cards, I think. And then you get a cool, like, double-sided poster, which, let's see, here we go. I think it's double-sided poster. Yep, it's double-sided poster. Let me try to do this without ripping it. This is a really nice poster. Oh, yeah, I love that. Look at that. Look how cool that is, man. So cool. So creepy. And then you have the original poster art right there. Very nice, very nice. So just a great release. Really great release. Synapse Films did a fantastic job. They usually do, though. I've got other movies of theirs, and they usually do just knock it out of the park. I gotta give Synapse, I gotta give them a lot of credit, man, because they kill it. And they kill it with their steelbooks, too. If you're a steelbook collector, oh my god. They got some really nice steelbooks. So, yeah, Synapse Film does a very good job. And yeah, overall, man, I just really like the movie. What would I give it out of 10? I'd give it like a solid, like, I give it a solid 9 out of 10, yeah. I mean, it's really fucking good. I mean, especially that third act. That third act is really insane. You're gonna be like, holy shit. And this movie, besides the straight razor killings, which, you know, there's a few of those. There's also some good axe killings too, which is nice, you know what I mean? Like a nice old, good old fashioned axe or whatever. I'm like, oh my god, that's, you know, kind of reminded me of kind of reminded me of Jason at times, like Friday the 13th, you know, just taking that axe and just, like, there were some good axe kills in this. Besides, like, the straight razor was cool, though, because you don't really see a lot of people wielding a straight razor, you know, so I was like, okay, that's sweet. And then there were a couple axe kills, and I'm like, that's awesome, too. So good kills all the way around. When everything's said and done at the end, when things are explained, I thought they, you know, without spoiling it, I thought they wrapped it up really well. You know, I thought the mystery aspect of it was really well done. And yeah, it's just a good pace. I mean, it really is. It's fast paced. You know, they give you enough kills throughout. They keep you interested with the mystery. The acting's all good. The transfer's great. I mean, like, I really can't think of too many things that are bad about the movie, honestly. You know, some of the, like, Italian style, I guess, for, like, people that aren't used to it. Like, I'm not used to it either. I mean, this was my first one, but I suppose it could take you out of it here and there, you know what I mean? But if you give it a chance and you really pay attention to the movie and everything, you just take it for what it is, I think you'll really enjoy it. Yeah, Dario Argento, man, just, I can see why he's as popular as he is, and people talk about him all the time. I look forward to looking into other Italian directors too, by the way. You know, it's not just going to be, you know, it's not just going to be Argento or whatever. So this is just the one I wanted to start with because it seemed like the most, like, kind of like mainstream, like, you know, if you're going from, like, American films to over to Italian films, like, it, you know, seemed like the perfect transition film, you know what I mean, to kind of get you into it. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I just wanted to do kind of like a quick video and just give my thoughts on the movie. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I highly recommend it. I definitely check it out. Try, if you love slasher movies in general, like Scream, Urban Legend, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Friday the 13th, Halloween, blah, 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 like all the, like, but, you know, really more so, it's got the slasher aspects, like Halloween and Friday and all that, but it's more in the realm of, if you're thinking like American movies, it's more, you know, like a Scream or an Urban Legend or something like that. Like, you know, because it's a mystery slasher, you know what I mean? Whereas, like, you know, there's really not much mystery to Halloween or whatever. There's not much mystery to, like, you know who's doing it, you know what I mean? But in, like, Urban Legend and I Know What You Did Last Summer and Scream and, like, all those kind of type of movies, like, there's the whole mystery angle to it. So it's like that, you know, kind of. But yeah, just a fun ride. It really was just a really good time. Very impressed. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know down below if you like Argento movies, if you have any recommendations. I'd love some recommendations. Let me know if you've seen Tenebrae and what you think of it. Yeah, just yeah, and please hit that thumbs up button. You know, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, if you'd like to. I appreciate it. And this is Anthony's Horror More, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.